Also going to speak to Ronan Hubert now, who is an air accident historian and founder of the Geneva-based Aircraft Crashes Record Office. So he can give us, I hope, Mr. Hubert, a bit of background as to, let's start with the airline itself. What sort of record does this airline have?
Well, according to the record we have, this company, Caspian Airways, was founded in 1993. And until today, we didn't have any negative information concerning this company with incident or accident.
Okay,
so it's the first time they'd have an accident.
Right, so nothing for the airline, but I'm wondering about the plane itself. We're looking at a still shot now of the plane itself. TUPOLEV 154, I think it is, and the little bit of research I've done showed something like 63 incidents with these planes. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, of course, yes. It's an ancient generation aircraft, but the version they have, which was involved today, it's a M version, so it's a relatively modern version. This version is allowed to fly to Europe, for example, according to EASA procedures. And but unfortunately, I don't have yet the registration of the aircraft, so it's difficult to give more information about the aircraft involved.
Okay, what could you possibly compare it to in the Boeing/Airbus world, which I think most of us are more familiar with? What sort of plane is it comparable to?
The TUPOLEV 154 is a regular schedule aircraft which is able to carry about 170 passengers. It's a copy like the famous Boeing 727, which was in the United States in the 70s and the 80s. And it's an aircraft which is really common in the ex-Soviet countries and also, of course, in Iran.
How long have these planes been flying? You said the airline, Caspian Airlines itself, has been flying since, was it the mid-90s you said, or mid-80s? But what about the plane?
About the plane, well, it's a plane with a relatively long-range possibility. It's a plane that we know since some decades, and there is no really bad points on this aircraft.
Okay, I know it's really early, and I don't know how much of the picture you've seen and how much information, but what are your initial thoughts when you hear about this crash, the way it's happened, and the pictures we're seeing on the ground?
Well, you know, normally 70% of the accidents are caused by human error. And, of course, it doesn't mean that this is the case, but we can see that there is a big hole at the point of impact, and it seems that probably the aircraft lost rapidly altitude and fall into the ground with at high speed. Maybe they had technical problem or something which happened during the ascension, and this will be done, of course, by the team of inquiry.
Okay, Ronan Hubert there from the Aircraft Crashes Record Office. Thanks for that. We'll see if we can talk to you again, perhaps when we have more information from the investigation. Thanks.